everyone, and welcome to another episode of Speak, Film, and Enter. Wrong name. We will start that again in a second here.
Yes.
Remember, Dylan, we learned we can just
wait. Okay, so let's recenter 20 seconds.
Start at 20 seconds, yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Exploring Cinema. I'm Nate.
And I'm Dylan.
And I'm Adam.
Started the episode with the wrong name before, but that's okay.
You nailed it this time, though.
We got it.
Totally
this
nailed
is
it.
Indeed, Exploring Cinema.
Only 2 takes to get that very rehearsed and extravagant introduction there.
The February expedition is starting off great.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. So we just released our wrap up for the month of January, and what we wanted to do now was, because we've kind of started to intentionally have themes for our month, for 4 movies each month, and kind of have something to tie them together. So we'll do an episode at the beginning of each month that just kind of introduces that month's theme, why we chose it, and what the 4 movies will be, what ties them together, what we're most excited to watch, yada, yada. And for this month, because it's February, we are going to be watching 4 movies that deal with love and or romance in some way, or rom-coms, whatever you want, in some degree, but we picked 4 movies that we think are going to handle it in very different ways.
We're shamelessly promoting this corporate holiday is what we're doing.
Yeah.
We allowed corporate America to choose our theme for February.
I know love is a weird theme for February,
but we're hoping to find some nuanced and, really intelligent takes on love. We're not just going to be watching, rom-coms, 90s rom-coms, although there's value in those.
It's just going to be the Twilight movies.
Yeah, it's all 4 Twilight movies for February.
Oh, my God. I think I'd leave the pod, guys.
Do that.
I think I'd leave.
No, but this
is not
no. Certainly, all jokes aside, there's obviously great value in all types of romance movies, but this gave us the chance to knock some off of our watch list, similar to the way the theme from last month did. And that starts with the first movie that we're going to be watching, which has been on my watch list for a long, long time.
Yeah, and I've actually seen this one. This is the only one of these 4 that I've seen, and that is In the Mood for Love will be our first movie. And another reason we're doing this is because I got, as you know, my 4K TV, and I bought the 4K Criterion edition.
The 4K TV again. You just won't shut up about it.
I won't shut up about it.
Brand new technology.
Rename this Nate's 4K podcast. Anyway,
due to some scheduling issues, Dylan will not be joining us, but Adam and I will be watching this in 4K. I think it's one of the best looking movies I've ever seen, so I'm really, really excited to watch this. I'm excited for both of you to see it, and it should be a really fun episode. And then
high quality.
It's not
the
fair.
Second movie.
Adam doesn't even care as much as I do. I should be the one watching it in 4K.
That's love.
All right.
Anyways. All right,
Dylan, what's movie number 2?
Number 2, we are going all the way back to 1931.
Nope, that's number 3.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, I had the order wrong. All right. For number 2, we are going all the way back to 1993. Ancient history. For the cult classic True Romance. Directed by Tony Scott, written by Quentin Tarantino, starring Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette and Dennis Hopper and all sorts of other people that you would recognize. This one I have seen and both of you have not, correct?
I have not.
Correct.
This is the one I'm most excited for.
I'm pumped to see this movie. This feels directly influenced, but it feels like one of those movies from that era where everyone watched Tarantino make a movie, and then we're we need to do something like that. But it sounds to me like it's one of the good ones.
I think it is because he was involved directly with the writing, so you don't get the knockoff Tarantino lines. At least you get the real deal there. And the Tony Scott direction is interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm fascinated. I'm going to be fascinated to see what you guys have to say.
This reminds me a lot of what was the movie we watched? I think it was last summer with Nicolas Cage and
Wild at Heart.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It strikes me a lot like that, and I really like that. So this will be fun.
There's definitely some similarities there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Third movie, Dylan. Now you got it. Way back.
Here we go. Now we're going way back. This is the oldest movie that we have done on Exploring Cinema so far. 1931, Charlie Chaplin, City Lights. which is a comedy romance drama. Nate, do you want to tell them a little bit more what it's about?
I barely know what it's about. I'm going into
Well,
this
never
completely
mind.
blind.
Well, fair enough. Interestingly, of the movies we're doing this month, this has the highest rating on IMDb, 8.5 out of 10.
This is the one that I'm most excited for, just because the only bit I've seen of Chaplin was like in school. I think we watched a 5-minute clip from Modern Times.
Yeah.
But
Or
I've never seen a full Chaplin movie, and
Neither
it's
have
so well regarded. I've read amazing things about the ending. I'm just really, really excited from like a movie history perspective to finally kind of force myself to dive into a Chaplin movie. I'm pumped to finally see City Lights.
Same. I feel like City Lights is a good example of like why we kind of started this podcast.
Yeah.
It's just one, it's one of those movies that I've always kind of wanted to see. I've always wanted to see a Charlie Chaplin movie, but when is it ever the right time to throw one on?
Yeah. Or like, how are you going to find it is some of the
when it's scheduled 3 weeks in advance is the answer.
Yeah, that's when you watch a Charlie Chaplin.
When you've got
movie.
buddies that agree to talk about it with you when you're done.
Yeah.
All right.
And then lastly, another movie that I think Dylan has seen and Adam's sort of kind of seen, but I haven't.
Sort of kind of seen.
Yes. Now we are going from 1931, 70 years, well, 69 years actually,
Nice.
to the year 2000, Love and Basketball.
Yeah.
Classic, written and directed by Gina Prince Bythewood, but I have seen it, and in the recent episode that we did on our other podcast, Speak Film and Enter, we did a sports movie draft, and I selected this one pretty high. So I've seen it fairly recently, but definitely excited to rewatch it.
Love and Basketball is another one that I've thought about watching so many times. So when I feel like we kind of had the first three here chosen pretty early when we were talking about what to watch for February.
Yeah.
And then I just kept coming back to Love and Basketball. There were some other ones that I thought would also be really good.
Oh, sure.
Like,
yeah.
God, like, if I'm ever going to watch this movie,
Yeah,
this feels like the opportunity. So Adam, you've sort of seen this?
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll talk about this. I'm sure it'll come up on the actual episode. But when this movie came out, I remember my buddy and I, for whatever reason, we were renting movies with his dad, like Blockbuster. We were in 4th grade because this movie came out in 2000. I remember being in Blockbuster and seeing it, and he was like, "Yeah, we'll grab that one," because it was basketball, I believe.
Yeah.
We got like halfway through this movie. It's just we're 4th grade. We have no idea. Like we're not interested in this stuff. We got halfway through it, and I was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna go or like go to bed because like I'm bored. Like, what are we doing?" Like, so that's the first time I've seen it. This will be my first time viewing it, so that'll be fun. I'm excited for it.
Great.
But I get to watch the first half and go, what the hell were we thinking? So
yeah, well, I gotta say, yeah, it is one of those movies. Although it's a good balance of both. If you love romance movies and don't care about sports, you can still enjoy it. But if you love sports and don't like romance movies, I don't think it's not enough of a sports movie to carry it from that regard.
That's what I remember thinking. Is like, there's no basketball in this. Like,
yeah,
why aren't they playing basketball?
That was our question.
Yeah.
So.
Now they're just playing one-on-one again. Come on.
Yeah. So Kyle,
I'll keep
that
that
was
in mind
you.
when I finally dial it up.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm excited for it. It should be fun. Should be a fun month.
Yeah. Hopefully, already I love one of these movies. Hopefully these other 3 click with me as well. This should be a really good slate of 4 movies, I think.
Yeah. Well, we're excited to bring you the episodes when we get to them in the coming weeks, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And is it my turn to put a wrap on the show?
It is.
And this is interesting because you don't know which movie this is from, so it's just a little secret that I get to keep.
Ooh.
And then at some point, you'll find it. All right, you ready? Now, what we got here is a little game of show and tell. You don't want to show me nothing, but you're telling me everything.